and welcome to Amy Hart's Mums Club, the podcast where I talk about the highs and lows of parenting, along with a gaggle of fabulous guests who share their experiences too. And that's not all. This podcast is for you. So if you have any questions, any comments, please always send them in amyhartsmumsclub@news.co.uk. Now, my guest today, you'll know her from Waterloo Road, from Hollyoaks, from Strictly and Dancing on Ice. She's got two beautiful daughters. It's Chelsee Healey.
Thank you
so much. Well, thank you for coming on. I have so much to talk about. And we have to start by talking about your girls because sorry, I'm obsessed. But on social media, are they just everything that they are on social media? Obviously they are. But...
Oh, honestly, Amy, so I have Coco, which is the eldest, and she literally is a performer. I've got my work cut out with Coco. And then I've got Cooker, who is 18 months and is feral. But they're both larger than life personalities. I always thought that I'd get two different personalities. But yeah, they're both amazing. They're my little world and they keep me on my toes.
So how old is Coco?
Coco's 8 on Sunday.
So you've got 8 and 18 months. What's that with the dynamic? Is like Coco mum to Cookie?
Yes. So I feel that when I had, because it's such a big age gap, I feel like I've gone back to square one. I kind of wish that I didn't leave the age gap as long. But I feel like I've had to relearn being a mother to a baby all over again, because Coco's at an age where she's like just my little best friend now. So the age gap is, but then in the other sense, Coco's amazing with Cooker. She really helps me out, and she's an amazing big sister. So I have that little help with Coco in that sense, which has been amazing.
I think as well, like I always say, that when we're all going to live longer now, we're all going to live to 100.
Yeah, we are.
The window of being mums to like sort of dependent kids is going to be such a short time in the vast sort of thing of our life. So actually having that bigger age gap, you're just basically keeping yourself a mum of like little kids longer. So you get the magic longer, you get all like the excitingness for longer. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Would you like more?
Oh, I'd like 4. Yeah. I don't know if I've got 4 in there because I'm 37 this year, but I've definitely got 1 more in there. But children just make me, honestly, they just bring me so much joy. Like bringing up my girls to like beautiful, independent women, hopefully when they're older. It's just everything. Yeah, I would love a little boy, but you can't choose. So I think every baby is a blessing, regardless of the sex.
Yeah. I think that, and it's so lovely to say you want a little boy, because I feel like every gender disappointment video I see on TikTok is always about boys, and I'm like, if you haven't had, you don't know how lovely. Like the unexpected being a boy mum is just the best thing ever. But
I'm craving to be a boy mum. I think that is like, I just love a little boy. I think because I'm so used to girls as well, I think just having a little boy is so special. And mummy's boy as well. I've heard that girls are a little bit more independent, like with Coco and Cooker. I can't do anything for them. They want to do it like the very strong-minded girls. Whereas boys, I've heard like the mummy's boys, like you can cuddle them. I feel girls might be a little bit more independent.
Yeah, Stanley's mummy's boy, but when we're playing mini golf yesterday, he's only turned 2 in March.
Yeah.
At some bits we have to really hit the ball really hard to get through like a tunnel.
Yeah.
Mummy, help me. No, mummy, not help me.
No, he can do it himself. So he's strong-minded as well. Very independent little boy.
But when you say you're 37, I can't believe that. Like that thing of, when we were younger and then Britney Spears was suddenly 40 and you're like, no, you're like in your 20s, because we've known them for so long.
Yeah.
That's the same with you, and obviously you look fabulous as well.
Oh my gosh, no.
I feel like thinking, what does a 37-year-old look like? What does a 32-year-old look like? I don't know. They all look the same to me. But you obviously started in Waterloo Road.
Yes.
Would you put Coco in for like all this stuff? Because I feel like it's her destiny.
I know. Do you know what? I feel because of how the industry is, it'd really scare me putting it into this industry. It just scares me. I think because I've been in it for so long, I think the uncertainty of it. But in the next breath, I don't think I've got a choice. I think she's a performer. And there has been conversations about putting her up for parts on Hollyoaks. And
Like, I'm going to work. It's my time.
yeah, let me have a break, please, just for a couple of hours. But I do think that she's destined to be in this industry. I feel she's a performer. She loves it, and if she loves doing it, then who am I to stop her, you know? But as it stands, no, she's not with any agency. I just kind of want her to be a child at the minute, you know, and enjoy her younger years, because I got into my first job when I was 12, and ever since then I've been on TV. So I feel like I didn't get the childhood when all my friends were going out and, you know, and doing all the activities. I missed out on that because I was like working. So I wanted to kind of have a bit of a childhood, and then maybe we'll come back to it in a few years.
I think that is such a good thing. Though. I was talking to Asta Marigold about
Yeah,
this last week.
yeah,
Like, when you've got a parent in the industry, everyone thinks, well, it's fine because you'll get loads of jobs. But actually, probably for the child, it's the flip side, because it's like, well, actually, no, my ins and outs of it, and she doesn't want me to do it, and pull me back a little bit. I
yeah,
You're so right, and I think people who maybe aren't in the industry, like
yeah,
in the industry, they think if the kids don't get in when they're really young, they're never going to work. But then obviously you've obviously now gone through your career and met people that went to a normal school, didn't do
yeah,
anything for the kids.
yeah,
It was 16, 17, and then have really successful careers. And I think
yeah.
it's like you only get one childhood and your life is very long.
Yeah, and I really, really want that for her. She can play about in front of the camera all day, but as far as, you know, just still being a child, and people might actually call me a little bit of a hypocrite, Amy, because I do post her on socials, you know. But I just think because she's got that big personality, why hide that? She's so funny. So yeah, you know, I like to put her on socials and show a little personality. But then as far as actually working and getting a job, and, you know, at such a young age, that's kind of a completely different ball game.
I've got a friend whose daughter is like very much like Coco,
Yeah,
and saying, you know, oh, the Matilda auditions have come
yeah,
out. And I said they live in a house in London, or, you know, if they're on the tour, then they you drop them off at a place and then they're gone for 2 weeks and they come back and stuff. And she was like, oh no, she wouldn't, like, she perform, but she wouldn't want to do that.
yeah,
I think, like, I've known girls that have been Matilda before, and it's like you're not allowed to go on holiday for the year you do it. So
yeah,
your family, other siblings, still have to prioritize their other siblings as
yeah,
well. And you're at home. So I
yeah.
think it's an amazing experience, but there are also a lot of sacrifices that people probably
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's pros and cons to it all, isn't it? And I just feel taking that into consideration with my girls, like I just need to, you know, think about their childhood, and yeah, and what is best for them as well. I mean, I want a holiday. We want to go away. I don't want to be working.
you don't be sat in Wetherspoons in London all night waiting for you to come.
Yeah,
Fun. You say about social media though, I do think what you do is brilliant because it's showing her personality, but it's all positive stuff. And you
yeah,
know, there's these like big families in America that I used to follow, and if you type in like emergency room on their YouTube
yeah,
video on their YouTube channel, it's like 37 videos of their kids in A&E, and you're like, and like their kids hurt themselves really bad, and the first thing they do is like get the camera out. So I think you have nothing to worry about with like
yeah,
because it's all just like it's entertainment, and obviously she
yeah.
wants to do it. You're not forcing her to do it, so I think
Yeah. And
not that it matters.
also, I think we live in a generation where social media is kind of, you know, it is massive. I mean, it's great for businesses, you know, and things like that, but there has to be like a cut-off point regarding children. Like you want them to be out in the real world as well, like not constantly stuck to the phone. It's a hard one, it is, and it's just getting that balance, I feel. So when Coco does something funny, I will whack my camera out. If she's in hospital, it's not coming out.
Going back to acting, do
Yeah,
you? And I ask this not in like a sarky way because I have lots of
yeah,
friends
yeah,
and they have very different opinions on it. Do
yeah.
you like acting, or is it something that you happen to be good at and can make a living from?
Right. So I kind of fell into acting. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a dancer. And I did start going to acting lessons, but it was just like a hobby for me, like going to acting lessons once a week. Anyway, I got an audition and it was for a BBC Three drama and it was like my first audition and I got it. So the rest is history. And I think I just kind of fell in love with it and it's always been my passion. I feel with acting, I'm quite natural with it. I feel with being myself, I struggle a lot more. I think I'm better playing a character than being myself. And
I
that's
swear
just
that's
a
what
confidence
everyone says
thing.
with an actor.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a
never be
confidence
me.
thing. Yeah, it's just a confidence thing. But then with acting, I fell into it, and I've been so lucky within the industry that I haven't stopped working. And yeah, I'm just really grateful. But it became a passion, and then the dancing became on a back foot. So yeah, acting is honestly just it takes me away from like what is going on in life and I get to be me for a minute and just fall into a character and forget about the real world, basically.
What's it like working on a soap? Because I feel like for any aspiring actor, it's like a soap is amazing. Guaranteed work. It's a longer contract.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Ellie, you're in people's front rooms every single day. What is the reality of working on a soap?
So the reality of working on a soap is the connections that you build. Like everyone at work to me is like, I know it sounds so cliche, but they are like family. You're with them every day. You're working long hours with them. Like you build up real connections and friendships with people. And I think it's the people that draws you in. That you're working with every day. You don't get such a gorgeous environment every day in a job, and to be able to get that within Hollyoaks has been amazing. And do you know what? When I have done other jobs and I've always gone back to Hollyoaks, I've gone, it feels like home. It's so weird because I just feel comfortable. I don't need to, work too hard because I know that I know what I'm doing. And yeah, it feels like home, and it is gorgeous. And I feel like within this industry, it's peace of mind as well, knowing that you've got that steady income coming in. You're working, you don't have to worry. You've got your contract's been extended for a year, so you're thinking, right, I can, it's peace of mind as well.
Yeah. I want to know, just from like a nerd point of view,
Yeah,
when you go, like when you leave Hollyoaks and go back,
yeah.
try and keep you in the same dressing room, or are you like you've got
No, no,
and then you go back and you're like, oh, thanks.
no, no, they put me in another one. I was fuming. I had all my pictures and that up in mine. No, so because I was out for like a year and how long was it? A year and a half. So it was a long time that I was out for, and they had a big shake up while I was gone. So when I come back, they changed everybody's dressing room. So I only got changed to one door next, so it's not too bad. But the schedule was really nice at the
Hey,
yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, so I am in a different one, but then I'll probably stay in that one now. Now I'm back full time.
I always wonder with like all the soaps, like when like a really massive, massive character, so like your Steve McDonald, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Ken Barlow's.
but yeah, Ken Barnes, when they come back, do they say to the person that's in their dressing room like, "I'm really sorry, but seniority roles, you need to get out"? Like,
No, do you know what? I think they've got enough pull. I think they'll know not to change their dressing rooms.
you've also done a lot of reality TV. What do you prefer, the acting or the reality TV?
Oh, this is such a hard one. Acting is where my heart is, but then I feel so grateful that I do get to go out and do reality. Like as far as Strictly, Dancing on Ice, which we won't talk about because I was only there for a week. But yeah, it's how amazing that you get to do your job every day that you love, but then you also get to mix it up and meet amazing, reality stars and get to do things that shows me as well. It's nice stepping out my comfort zone because I have always played a character for them to do reality roles and people kind of get to know me and my personality and not just what's on social media and that I am actually a nice girl. But no, I just feel really blessed that I can mix it up.
Mm. I mean, I do love that when sort of because I feel like soap stars because we live in such an influencer based society, we
Yeah,
know everything about everyone. And I
yeah,
feel like with actors, because we think we know the character,
yeah,
don't really know much about the person. So if you are a massive fan, it's lovely when you get to do the reality stuff because
Yeah.
will you?
Yeah, well, it could go one of either way. It could be like, oh my God, she's not like I thought she'd be because the character's nice and she's a but 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 yeah, no, it is like when people see me like, hi Chel, but it's because I've always played like bubbly characters. I do feel I am really bubbly, to be honest. And yeah, I'm hoping that they're not disappointed when I do a bit of reality. They're like, she's a boring bitch.
Like dancing was always your first love,
Yeah.
strictly. What was that?
Yeah. Oh, that, you know what, still till this day, that was just the dream. I feel I was filming Waterloo Road at the same time. So I was, how old was it when I done it? I think I was 21. Don't quote me on that. I was younger and well, not younger, but just that job, honestly, if I could do one job again, it would be Strictly. So I was filming Waterloo Road at the same time. So I was filming until like 7 p.m. and then I'd go straight to dance class. If I was to do that now, I would not get through the day. But I think because I was young and like I had fire in my belly and like I love dancing, like that is a dream job for anyone. So I'd done it and I didn't feel, I didn't feel, oh, this is a bit too much. It was just, it was, I know this is really cliche, it's the bubble. You are in a bubble and it's the best bubble I've ever been in.
Um,
I would recommend that job to anyone, Amy. Please do it.
I would love to do it. I would love to do it. Now I know you said we're not going to talk much about Dancing on Ice, but we have to touch on it just to get things to talk about. When you are dancing on ice, was it something you were like, I've always wanted to do this, or were you like, oh, like this would be cool?
Do you know what? It was something that I always thought, oh, that scares me a little bit. It's a bit dangerous, that one. And I think, especially now having two young girls, I think years ago after Strictly, I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. But I think as you get older and you start to think more, and you've got two little girls that need you. But it came in, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Why not? Like, who gets to experience and gets to learn off pro skaters? And I just thought I'd be in that Strictly bubble again because it's a similar show. You're performing every week, and you know what? I realised I am not good on ice. It was
Hard.
it
It's so
was
I've had
so hard. Yeah, and I just wasn't that. Yeah, Amy, I was just not natural. And I think after a few falls, it completely knocked me confidence. I fainted on the ice. It just wasn't for me. And you know what? That's okay. Like, you can't be good at everything. but it's all right. Skating wasn't for me, but still, I feel like so blessed that I got that experience. It's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And I got to do it 1 week, which is amazing.
like more than me, and now I'll never have the
Yeah,
chance.
yeah, yeah. I still get really bad anxiety thinking about going on ice. Like, honestly, like when that the music comes on, the Beyonce music. Now I'm like, oh, turn it off. But me and my daughter went roller skating yesterday, and it's the first time I've done anything like that. Honestly, I was saying Coco. She's like, no, I'll look after you, and I got round. It's a lot easier than the ice anyway.
Oh, God. Um, when you were doing Dancing on Ice, after you'd finished doing it, you
Yeah,
sort of post on Instagram that you'd sadly suffered a miscarriage
yeah,
whilst you were training.
yeah,
I can't imagine what that must have been like. Um,
yeah,
when you found out you were pregnant when you were doing the skating,
yeah,
like, okay, I'm not really sure how this is going to work. And then it sort of happened so quickly that you were like, okay, well, I didn't
yeah,
have to think about how this is going to work.
yeah. Yeah, so I fell on my coccyx and I fainted. And I had no clue. And I was due on that week. And because I fainted, I thought, Chell, if I fall, I don't, it's not something that, I've done in the past is faint. And the first thing that I thought was, yeah. So I done a test and we was pregnant. And then before I could have time to process, I took time out of Dancing on Ice because of the faint, and I obviously didn't tell none of production. And that following week, I started to bleed. Um, yeah, and it just wasn't meant to be at that time. Yeah.
How was that moving forward? Did you find that the skating was something to keep your mind occupied, or did you find that you couldn't concentrate on the skating?
No, I felt that I needed. I don't think I should have carried on. I think I needed that time, but I was telling myself, you know what, this is good for my head. It's good to take my mind off things. But now looking back, I do feel like it. I needed to, take time for myself. Um, so yeah, that was a really, really the one of the times that I've had to deal with. Um,
I
but
think
yeah,
I think it's so conditioned that it's like your people, if you told them, probably would have said, "Well, you got to carry on skating because what else are you gonna do? Lay in bed all day and be sad." And it's like
yeah,
actually sometimes we do need to lay in bed all day
yeah,
and be sad.
yeah. Yeah, I feel with the training as well, like it it was stressful, and then yeah, I did need that time to process, and I wish I would have done that at the time, but I didn't, and I got through it, and that's all that matters. Yeah.
I always remember Caroline Flack saying, like, you can sweep things under the rug as
Mm.
much, but sometimes someone will move the rug.
Yeah, it all flares up, and you always get to that point where you definitely need to stop before it's breakdown time, and I have had a few of them.
And what's next for you? What does the future hold? What would you love to do? Um,
What would I love to do? I would love to do. Um, I think for me, regarding Coco, I'd love for her. I'm trying to get her to wear her curls much more now. I'd love to bring out like a curl brand for young girls that are not happy with the curls. I'd love to do the jungle. The
yeah,
jungle would be amazing. Would you do that, Aim?
I'd love to. I would love to.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, like I would love to, and then we'd be there like beans and rice for the fifth day. Like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, this is
maybe I don't want to do this no more. But I do think that that'd be just an experience of a lifetime. Really exciting.
it's one of those things that you don't get anywhere else, isn't it? Like, you can go and learn to do ballroom dancing, you can go and learn to
Yeah.
skate, but things like the jungle and SAS, like
Yeah. No, no, no. That is like an experience that you need, like, to be handed over. So
yeah.
please give it to us. What else? I've got something really excited acting wise coming up, which I can't wait to get my teeth stuck into. And again, that's me. Just going out of a soap for a little bit of time just to
Am I
concentrate.
allowed to? I'm sure you can't tell us, but if can I say, is it on stage?
No, it isn't. It is
Okay.
TV. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do love stage though. Do you?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, yeah. But no, so that's exciting. I just love to be busy, and my girls definitely keep me busy. But as far as work's concerned, I love, to get out there and do different things and challenge myself.
Yeah. And hopefully you'll get the four.
Yeah. 3 definitely, Aim. I hope
Thank
so.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thank
So great.
you.
And thank you to you all for listening. I'll be back next week with another fabulous guest, and I will see you then.